Hi there, it's Tsumewulf, your friendly derpy wolf here on YouTube and on Twitch, over on Blue Sky, I'm a little bit everywhere. I lurk around. Anyways, today I've got something special for you. Um, yeah, I found a new tabletop system to play in. It's called Urban Jungle, and I ran a campaign. This is session one. Um, Fair warning: there is we are taking this in a alternate reality of 1920s America, or sorry, 1940s America. So this would be in the actual timeline. This would be right after World War II had ended. Um, So, we've got the mafia. Pretty much the world it's our Earth, but everybody is anthros. It's great. It's for furries. It is made by furries. It is for furries. Well, anyone can play it, but it's got furries in it. Yeah. So yeah, you know, um, it was fun. It was a disaster at the same time, and one of our players, yeah, he has some mental issues toward the end. Didn't tell us, except for, well, he told me in DMs and didn't verbalize anything. It was weird. Um, yeah, um, hand tracking is being a little weird. I'm not even moving my hands, but yeah, cool. Do that. I gotta have actual hand tracking. That would be nice. Try to make myself a little more animated in this. But yeah, we I mean, everybody had fun otherwise. Um, Pretty much the city that the campaign takes place in. It is a mix of elements of Chicago and New York City. So, um, yeah, there's a mafia, um, but they're not called a mafia. They're called a family. But it's pretty much the mafia. Uh, we I'm at the time of recording this, I'm unsure when session two will be. It is in progress of being worked on because I write the entire story. This was me letting the players do what they wanted. When I give them little bits of information, I just like go, hey, what do you want to do now? I didn't put them on rails at all. I literally didn't hold their hand that much, other than one player because he was brand new to tabletop RPGs. Yeah, this was very interesting. I am a very rusty DM. This was very rough on me, and I think the other players as well. So, especially the one you will see later in the video, what I'm talking about with it being rough on one of the players. Because I actually do verbally talk about this. Like, we do discuss this because at one point the player just up and vanishes, and we had no idea about this until it happened, and we're like, well, yeah. We are working on, like I said, I'm working on session two at the time of recording this. When recording this, it is January 18th, 2025. So if you're watching after, in the future, the session two might be up. I don't know yet. But hopefully you enjoy session one of my Urban Jungle campaign. It is untitled at this moment. I haven't really thought of a good name for the campaign because I'm still working on session two. I'm trying to get that figured out because, yeah, I left session one on a big ass cliffhanger. It was nice. The player resolved it in like the the greatest way possible. I wasn't expecting it, which was great. Like I planned out like two options, and they're like, nah, we see your options. We don't know what they are, but we're just gonna like not even do them. We're gonna go with our own way, and it was great. I like that. I probably put them on rails a little bit for session 2 because it felt like I gave a little too much quote unquote screen time to the other players, to a few players in particular. That will kind of be obvious when you watch the video or when you watch the campaign. Sorry for the length of this. It is, I mean, it's not as long as something like, say, Critical Role. I think Critical Role like does like 4-hour sessions. This is only like a 2.5 hour session. It's a little over 2.5 hours. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the camp, at least this session, the first session. If you liked it, do give me a follow and subscribe on the YouTube. Drop that follow on Twitch if you want. You can follow me on social media. I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe to me on Twitch because that's money. You can if you want. That would be nice, or you can drop me a link or a donation into the Ko-fi. That is linked on the Twitch. I should add that to the that will probably be added to the YouTube later. Anyways, if you want to support, at least do the follow, the like give this video a thumbs up, or you can thumbs it down. Comment down below. If you want, you can subscribe to me on the YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. And I will try to have more content up soon. Thanks. Bart. Hey. Tsumewulf again. Tsumewulf back here again. So also in starting in session 2, there will be a custom 3D model. Well, not custom, but like a new model just for tabletop RPGs on my channel. The creator is Redesign CG. The name of the model is my brain is blanking. Domorius the Dragon. So from that, he is dragon. Yeah. I do like dragon. Now we're going into dragon time. So now, ta-da! This is Domorius the Dragon. It is a retextured version. It also does not have the eyepiece or the nose rings. That is something I added. But he is going to be the visual representation of the Game Master starting in session 2. Session 1 uses my main model in his dapper looking suit minus the jacket, but I just feel like a dragon it just fits more with tabletop RPGs. Yes, granted, the suit does fit with the timeline of where these players are in and the setting, but dragon, come on, I mean, yeah. Anyways, thought I'd just throw that out so no one goes, why is there a dragon on the screen when they see session 2? It's because he is the face I use going forward with all tabletop RPGs. The wolf is going to be all other content. It's not like I'm changing personas. It's just I want to separate normal content from tabletop RPGs. Also, in the future, I will have doing more tabletop RPG stuff. I might use the dragon when I do like stuff like Baldur's Gate or any other D&D-esque type or tabletop RPG-esque games in any format. So like actual tabletop RPG sessions or video games. I might even read off some like iceberg type shit, like do like an iceberg video with him, because why not? I like the dragon. He fits the tabletop RPG-esque vibe in my mind. I do have other VTuber models, but Dragon is going to be for tabletop RPGs. Wolf is all of the content. Thank you. Thought I'd share this. Bye. Enjoy the content. Enjoy the session. Mwah. So I'm just going to do a little quick intro for the YouTube bit. Everybody who's been watching on Twitch has been seeing this stuff, so it's all good. I'm not going to have my alerts on. They don't need to be on. I'm not streaming this. Anyways, hi everybody. Welcome to the first session of Urban Jungle. The campaign does not have a name. It's just Urban Jungle. Pretty much everybody is we're in 1940s America. It's an alternate reality. Everybody's a furry. Get used to it. There's a lot of furries. No, because that's what we do. We just infect everything. We take over everything. In just a short bit, we'll have introductions for all of our players. I am your game master, Tsumewulf. So, yay. I'm also the only one who doesn't have hand-drawn art because I'm not that special. Kidding. I just didn't feel like getting art made for being the game master. So, I'm in a suit. It's my VTuber. We'll just go with it. And one of our players has been possessed. I love it. No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If all of our players are here, we can start with the first player for introductions.
Who's first?
Goodness.
I'll step up to
Well
the plate.
then, go ahead.
All right. My character is Alistair. His name is Alistair Crowley. He's a torpedo guerrilla, and he formerly worked as a government hitman for the United States. His job was suppressing high-profile targets that were enemies of the United States, whether they be CEOs planning to take their global power against the United States or not, or military officials holding lines within World War II for too long. He was a very competent killer, but one day in Africa, he ended up in the care of Zelda, who was formerly named Alda. So basically, he is in the care of this girl named Zelda. She's pretty much been mute ever since he met her, and he's not sure what her goals are anymore, whether it be revenge or to be a hitman like her. But he trains her as best as he can until one day he knows that she's competent enough as an adult to be on her own.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
I thought I'd be smart and have two of the session going on, and that didn't want to work for me. So that's really great. Yay.
Hey, I keep forgetting that this thing has a soundboard, so I'm sorry if I hit the thing.
It's all good.
Sorry if I use pipe drop sound effects.
Yo. Okay.
That's my introduction. Was there anything else I had to say?
That would be your introduction, and so okay.
So when we do our introductions, we just say like our thingy thing that we wrote, or
It's like just our backstory, basically.
that we don't have to.
You don't have to read off your backstory. What we're gonna do is after the session, if you really want, you can. We can put that in because this is session 1. But
Okay.
for the most part, it's just your character name, what species, type, and what their career is, their motto, and what their goal is.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Oh, Alistair's motto is "One bullet can dig 2 graves."
Oh,
Yeah.
I
That's
love how
it's kind of deep.
Yeah.
6 feet
When you
deep.
hear his backstory, I think you'll know why he thinks that.
Have we met before, Alistair? Sound like somebody I probably met.
Were you in Africa, France, China, or Germany between
I've been
1931?
I've been all over the world.
Then you know what? Maybe they did meet.
I love how now I can do what I was, the special thing I was trying to do.
All right, I'm going next. That's fine.
Go ahead.
All right, so they call me Dean Wood. I am a tiger biker. That's my career. I'm a biker. I biked all my life. My motto is there's no sacrifice too great for a chance at immortality. And you know, they call me Dean Wood because I love to get paid. And that's all you need to know about me. I am mysterious.
Oh, I
I'm a
thought it was
mysterious
Dean
old
Wood
man.
for another reason.
Oh, by the
No,
way, there we
it's not
go.
because of that.
Now we've got Dean on stage. My dumb self forgot how to do the thing.
Oh, that's cool.
So now everybody can see what Dean looks like in all of his belly, his full glory.
Let's go.
Yeah, I may have put on a few pounds, but I'm still muscular.
And all of the art for the characters was drawn by the player, by Remy's player. So give Jazzy Nook a very big applause for doing all the art because it's very nice. They didn't have to.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jazzy. It looks great.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. And I shall introduce myself as Remy Cow.
You and your big bustiness.
Yes, my luxurious curves.
Cheers,
Yes. I am also a performer of sorts and call girl, as you will say. Don't worry, you will find out more about that later. But in terms of things, I am just trying to be a nice, adorable nook. And perhaps you heard of me, or perhaps you're not. Depends on the time frame. But my motto is the world is divided into two kinds, the hunter and the hunted. And my current goal is to break free from my current owner, Mr. Cow.
the bastard.
Oh, I heard of Mr. Cow
Yes.
before.
Perhaps you did. He does own.
He's a sick man.
Ooh, I see. So you also have tales with him.
We have quite the motley crew here. We have all such very disparate backstories. I love it.
Yes. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm Gaylord Trashman. You might call me a little bit of an entrepreneur in this here city. You might see my trash truck running around town. You'll know it. It has my name on the side and my occupation, but we had to abbreviate it. So it's Gay Trash LLC.
I thought I said G Trashman Gate LLC.
Hey, I'm the kind of guy. I'll offer you a good deal, but trust me, I'm on the level. All right, you got something you don't want, I'm gonna haul it away for you.
So, Gaylord, what country is that name from?
America. I'm an American.
Ah, it's an American name.
Yeah, just like my old buddy Chet Lurker here. The only thing I'm really after is the American dream. Don't mind my buddy Chet here. He don't talk much. He's kind of my bodyguard of sort. But hey, look, that's what I say on the surface. Deep down, what I don't let people really know is what I got an ulterior motive with all the trash. I'm actually picking through all the trash myself, every little bit, looking for evidence to solve the mystery of the orphanage fire that separated me from my only known family, my brother, my twin brother. We got separated from the orphanage after the fire, destroyed all the records, and now all I know is that somewhere out there is another raccoon just like me. But I have no idea anything more than that.
Damn, that's kind of tough, Gaylord.
Mm-hmm.
I have
My
tears rolling down
condolences.
my eyes right now.
I know. But that's secret. Don't tell that. That's below the surface.
So would his name be Straight Lord? Straight King?
Lord.
Straight King.
Wow.
No, you haven't seen what me and Chet been doing.
Wow. That's a low blow there.
So yeah, that's me. I'm Gaylord. Nice to meet y'all.
All right.
Hey, Twisted, how are you doing? My odds are about to start in just a moment, so I will be out of character for a moment.
Love how I'm trying to be all swanky and have everybody's characters be pulled to the front, and it's like no.
I mean, you already did our introductions. We ready to get this show on the road. And also, I'm sorry, Dean has a speech impediment.
It's called the voice changer.
Yup, it is the voice
speech
changer.
impediment. It's from smoking too many Newports.
God, you need to calm down on that.
The brewing tea is great, Dermot.
It's the
Chet made it
50th. He's
himself.
smoking a healthy amount as far as they're concerned.
I only smoke 2 packs a day.
Yeah, see, that's not enough. He needs to smoke like at least 5.
But I'm going to OOC for a second.
Okay, let me see if I can. Let's see if this pops up. That would be nice if it did. It does not. Why? Why is this not popping up on your screen? Oh no, it's just
because it doesn't want to let you, sadly.
it's more. It's the the browser window. There we go. It froze up on me. That's what it was. So we've got you. So on stage we just had Gaylord and Chet, both swanky looking men. Chet more than Gaylord. I mean, the man's in a tuxedo. He's dressed to impress.
Giant. It's worth Chet literally has the gift of giant. So Chet is quite large.
His gift is he's fat.
On all the right places.
Yeah, certainly a big boy.
Guys, help! I'm stuck in the door frame.
Then we've got Alistair and little Zelda.
Her legs.
Her legs are gone. Hey, don't worry about it. They're fine.
Came and took her legs.
They're fine. She's fine. Don't worry. So next would be our big. We had our big scary tiger introduce himself. Dean, and then the last member of the party. is Remy, and this girl just takes up. They just take up a lot of space. They big in all the right places. I love how I can't see Twitch chat unless I go live. Love it.
Apparently, some of my ads were very short, so I don't know what's going on here.
Well, it's different for everybody. Like if you say to run a 3-minute mid-roll block, it's just a maximum of 3 minutes. But a person might not even get any ads.
I
But
see.
let's say like it's always a matter of like what they can sell to you. Here's like, did y'all know that like when you're getting advertising online, oftentimes that advertising is being sold like in the moment you access the website?
What's online?
Okay, never mind.
You forget.
So, like, I kind of remember this. Like, they do like little ad bots do kind of like a they do like a bid wars for like a
Yeah, like
second,
an
and
auction.
whoever bids the highest, they'll like send the advertisement to you.
And it's one of the reasons websites take so long to load. Like you have a website start to load. You're like, what the fuck? I got Fios. What the fuck? I got the 4090. Why is this taking forever to load? Because there's an auction going on to sell the ad slot for the view you're about to make on this web page. You're just waiting for that to happen.
Just
Also,
FYI, your graphics card doesn't load websites. Your CPU does.
Oh, okay.
Also, I'm surprised that the Tiger knew about that because he's supposed to be in character and doesn't know about technology at all.
He got
Y'all would be the
I'm
worst.
assuming.
If y'all were like in character at Galaxy's Edge, and I came to one of y'all and I asked where the bathrooms were, and you're like, "What is a bathroom?" I would just punch one of y'all straight in the face. I swear to God.
You see, I am perfectly fine. I make enough more than to keep up with the times.
Sorry, I was OOC out of the moment. So. I'm plenty worse than that. Wow. What is that advertisement? I don't know what that is.
There we go. I had to fix my display for the thing.
What's this all my fellas I'm hearing in my ear?
Truly, the mind space is a wonderful gift to some.
There you go. So everybody has met our kooky cast for the session. We've got Gaylord, we've got Dean, we got Remy, and we got Alistair. I hope everybody is excited to see what all of these crazy kooks are gonna get into today. But we're gonna start with Remy's scene.
Uh-oh. What was this grizzly you speak of, King? Who was that? Anybody know what a grizzly is?
I guess
I don't know what a
Going to
grizzly is.
Renaissance fair.
I don't know what a grizzly is.
Oh, that's what that's what it is. Is that a Renaissance fair?
Yeah, it's a Renaissance fair.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's not a grizzly here.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, it is a hot dog. I forgot. That's what we used to call them. Yeah, it's a grizzly.
No, wait, that's a glizzy.
What the hell is a glizzy?
Do y'all think Grissy can gobble a glizzy?
I don't know. You gotta ask that man. I don't know who Grizzly is.
Y'all have never heard of Grissy, but I heard that Grissy is the throat goat.
Wow. Wow. I'm pretty
My oh my. Sounds like I have competition.
Also, ignore the fact that you cannot, that I'm not using a voice changer for all of the NPCs. Please forgive me. Anyways, now we move over to the Sapphire Club.
My oh my.
And
I'm vibing.
My oh my. How can I help you?
Is this copyrighted?
it is not.
Okay, cool. All right.
I made sure that these were not. They are royalty free, but on the YouTube I do have to credit them. So go ahead. So Remy.
No, yes. Who would be? Oh.
The area backstage at you're currently in the Sapphire Club. The area backstage is a perfumed haven, a stark contrast to the gritty streets of Clawmark Bay. The scent of expressive French perfume, it mingles with the faint aroma of fresh flowers adorning the dressing tables in your back room, or in the backstage. Soft amber lighting illuminates the plush velvet furniture and the ornate mirrors that line the walls. This is a space that's designed for comfort and luxury, where all the club performers can relax and prepare before they take the stage. We got Remy here. There's a very sleek raccoon, flawlessly applying their makeup before they have to go take the stage. In the back, faintly you hear the seductive strains of a live jazz quartet led by a renowned Fox saxophonist drift in from the main hall, where the patrons are beginning to fill the booths and sip on expensive cocktails. The sounds are muted and refined, which is a world away from the noisy chaos of the docks. However, at the back exit, we have two burly wolf enforcers, Rocco and Bruno. Their tailored suits are a testament to the upscale clientele of the club. But while their attire may suggest sophistication, their tense posture and grim expressions betray their true purpose. Rocco's nervously adjusting his silk tie while Bruno discreetly checks his watch. Oh. Rocco, are you sure about this, Bruno? This feels risky. Right here in the club? Cal's orders. He wants to make sure everything's handled personally. Besides, the Silas is a loose end. Needs to be taken care of. But the heat. The cows have been sniffing everywhere, especially after what happened down at the docks last week. This place has eyes everywhere. They're always sniffing. They're like bloodhounds with a nose for trouble but no sense of direction. Just make sure the shipment goes smoothly and Silas is taken care of. And for God's sake, keep it quiet. Cal stressed that. The heat's been on lately. Remy, you happen to have heard that. You make it known. You don't make it known that you heard their conversation. They were far enough away that they wouldn't attract attention, but loud enough that your ears were able to pick up on this conversation, even though it was not intended to be picked up on. What do you do now?
Let's see. I attempt to, since it caught to my ears, I tend to try to tend to focus in to see if they will spill anything more.
They have seemingly stopped the conversation as they are. Their initial job is to guard the back door, just as a way to prevent people from entering the club through the employee through the back room to harass all of all the performers, such as yourself.
Let's see. I see. I tend to. I'll keep a note of that for later to see after my show, since of course I have to finish dolling myself up.
You must look absolutely fabulous for your performance. I mean, you are the star of the club, after all.
Indeed. So for now, I will just put on a lovely show before I do my usual investigations afterwards, and see possibly if I can get some more of a what you call it backup.
Alrighty. So with that, we are going to move. Let's see here. To we're gonna shift scenes over to see what. Yeah, I literally could not find safe to use 1940s music because side note, it's really hard to find free to use music from the 1940s. It would be easy if I didn't have to worry about DCMA. Okay? If I didn't have to worry about getting copyright strikes on my stuff.
You would think music that's almost 100 years old wouldn't be copyrighted.
You would think.
You would think,
but I was not.
That song is dead.
I'd have to go digging through public domain stuff, and I was already rushing. So
That's
okay. I did go to find the backgrounds for all of your scenes. I made sure that they weren't AI generated.
Good.
That's
So
awesome.
these are legit photographs. So like the players can see this. This is a photo, actual photograph from Portland, Oregon.
Ooh.
Or not Oregon, Washington.
I like that the goose. The goose feels appropriate for me.
Yeah. So this is an actual black and white photo that was taken back in like the 1940s. It like this is old.
Man, photographers in the 1940s were really on some crack. Like this photo just feels so clear and crisp. I honestly thought it was a 3D render.
It is real. I found this online. Also, Sume is not good with geography. He forgets where states are, what cities are in what states. So, there. I am a wolf and a husky in the same body, and there's two brain cells fighting for dominance, and neither's winning. Anyways, let's get to so. Gaylord, you and Chet are down at the Clawmark Bay docks in the pre-dawn air. It's damp and bone-chilling. You smell salt, fish, and engine grease clinging to everything. The fog's hanging low over the inky water, which is obscuring all the hulking shapes of cargo ships. It creates an airy, almost spectral atmosphere. However, the rhythmic clank of metal on metal, the distant foghorns, and the shouts of dock workers echo through the mist.
All right.
You guys have stopped beside a warehouse with the faded logo of Blackfin Shipping Co., which is a known front for some of the Cow family's less legal activities. the bin beside the warehouse. It is overflowing with refuse. It's just spilling onto the cobblestones. Like this bin is so full. Like the trash is in the you kind of wrinkle your nose at the pungent odor though. Like it's been sitting in the air in the open. It's kind of got this bad smell to it, but I mean, what are you doing with it? All this refuge?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if there's like anything distinct about the smell. Like, maybe, sometimes when refuse comes through, some kind of big project or someone who's throwing out a whole bunch of something at once is going to make for like a kind of a distinct character to that particular load of refuse. So I think I would be kind of trying to sniff at and see like, oh, is this like something industrial? Is this something from like a bakery?
The warehouse that you're getting, that this bin is beside, along with being a known front for seedy business, it is also a fish warehouse. So
it's a fish warehouse.
This is like the smell of week-old fish and.
Oh, so it does smell like normal fish warehouse kind of garbage.
Yeah, it's like week-old fish and desperation. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What would I be trying to do with this garbage? I would definitely just have to search through it.
You're gonna search through the bin here instead of dumping it into your truck to take off.
Oh yeah, no, I can do that. Yeah. I can dump it into my truck. I want the garbage. That's the thing, is I want the garbage. If it's no longer theirs, it's mine.
Yes.
If they don't want it, I do. Their trash is my treasure.
So as you were emptying the contents of the bin into your truck to haul away, a crumpled piece of paper falls down and catches your eye.
Okay.
When you pick it up, you notice it looks like it's a shipping manifest. Most of the contents on it have been crossed out. Probably from some dock worker trying to hide something on it. But it does have the name Silas on it, along with the date of October 27th, which is 2 days from today. It is the 25th of October, 1949, and it also says Blackfin Shipping on it. Also, buried in the half buried in the trash, is a small charred wooden toy. What do you want to do with this wooden toy? It looks like it's a simple wooden horse. The chip has been the paint is chipped and faded, and it has a faint smell of smoke clinging to it.
Oh, I'm gonna
kind of like it's been in a fire.
Well, that's mine now.
All right. So with that, you and Chat are going to be on your way, because I mean y'all got a good load of a haul today.
Well, honestly, like it feels like it could be a clue. Like, is it like a newer toy or is it like an older toy?
It's older. This is I mean, it's a simple wooden horse. It looks like it belonged to a child.
Dude, that is
but
wild.
Dude, it's charred.
So intriguing to Gaylord Trashman.
But it is charred, and it has
What I'm saying is that wouldn't just go in the back of the truck. I'd put that somewhere where I know I wouldn't lose it.
All right. But between you and Chad, you guys have gathered up all of the trash here at the docks for the day that's been left out overnight. Let's go. I mean, y'all got a good haul. This was actually your last stop of the docks for the day.
Sick.
So I just need to close out Discord, because Discord is not useful right now. And yeah. So now we're going to transition into seeing what Dean is up to, because he's got some pretty quirky things going on. And this is where you will meet your first NPC, your next NPC. This one, Dean is actually going to get to interact with. So let me actually get Dean back up on the map.
Wood.
So that did.
Absolutely would too.
And I love how I had to keep opening and closing the browser just to get the table to show up on the video. Love it. Anyways. Dean, you are at the Greasy Spoon. This is you got the smell of burnt coffee and frying baking hanging heavy in the air. You're kind of sitting alone, stirring your coffee in the back. I mean, you're in a booth alone. You're not expecting company. You didn't come here with company. You're just trying to enjoy your morning because it's bright. It's just the start of your day. You know, you haven't had your coffee yet.
Yeah, it's kind of cranky if I don't have that coffee, you know.
Yeah. But you hear the bell above the door jingling, and a small but nervous rabbit with trembling whiskers and darting eyes walks in. He's got a worn hat in his hands, in his paws, and he's looking around until he spots you, Dean, and approaches you hesitantly. Excuse me, sir. Are you the one they call Dean?
Yeah, that would be me. What you want, kid?
My name is Frankie O'Malley. I'm a dark worker. I heard you help people?
Yeah, I do help people. What is it you need?
Some toughs have been after me. They're with the Cow family. They're trying to take over the union. They've been threatening us, me, my family, if we don't vote their way. They said they were looking for some guy named Silas.
I've heard of Silas before. Let me just finish my coffee here first, then I can help you out.
Right. I don't know any Silas though, I swear, but they didn't believe me. They said they'd be back if I didn't play ball with the union vote. Things would go really bad for me, real bad.
All right. I guess I'll just take my coffee to go. You seem like you really need urgent help.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you. I appreciate this.
No problem.
All right. And now we are going to transition over to Alistair. D gotta wait on the load. I love even me's waiting on the load.
Gorilla Man's turn.
Oh, did I not want to say? Cool. The background has gone poof. Yeah.
The rock
Okay.
this is playing.
Yay. I love when things aren't working. Gotta love technical difficulties.
It's always me that gets technical difficulties. That's
Okay,
just
so
my
I
luck.
see the map now on the screen. You guys don't see shit. I'm assuming, right? Or y'all just see the.
Yeah, I just see a
Okay.
picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, good. At least y'all are seeing the pictures. So that's good. All right. So let me just get our characters for this up. Because it's supposed to be a smoky because this is still morning ish. So okay. So just pretend that Alistair and Zelda are on the rooftop where it says Sweeney MFG Co. Y'all were on overlooking Blackfin Shipping Co. You two are, okay? So I don't know if this wants to be a dick. I love it. Okay. But anyways, the morning sun has cast long shadows across the rooftop of Clawmark Bay, which is illuminating the grimy suit that clings to the brick and steel buildings. Alistair, you were on the edge of a rooftop that's overlooking Blackfin Shipping's Co's warehouse. You're right now. You're dressed in one of your fine pinstripe suits. And Zelda's right next to you. Sitting on a crate, sketching in a large notebook. So she's not really paying attention to her surroundings, but she's also staying out of sight. You've got a pair of binoculars. Looking around, around the area of the warehouse. You know, looking at what's going on with the dogs and the surrounding streets. You are you have been contracted to deal with a target.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, your target is Silas. You have received notice that he arrives with a shipment on October 27th. Your objective is to eliminate him discreetly. Your client says that they cannot afford any complications and it's a high priority assignment.
Is Silas just a mole, or
You do not know. Not even Alistair knows. Nobody really knows who Silas is outside of Dean, but it's more
do I know who hired me?
You you would. It would be it is one of the it was the right hand man of Mr. Cow. But he did so through a back alley deal type scenario. Like it wasn't done in the open.
Like,
So no one would see you.
I heard my name. Sorry.
We were saying how you're the only one who knows who Silas is, but the others don't. Not even Alistair.
Oh, okay.
Alistair, with your assignment of taking out Silas, what are you currently doing on the rooftop?
I think Alistair is just surveying the situation. I think he noticed Zelda's drawing, and I don't think he wants to like invade her space, but he kind of just looks over and looks at what she's drawing. What is she drawing?
Um,
Or at least what's she
she
writing in her
is
sketchbook?
she is drawing. She's drawn a sketch. It is a child's sketch of Alistair himself.
Alistair just looks at it. Just doesn't really make a reaction, but inside he's just like, nice. But I think he's just like focused on his job. He's just looking for his target until like he's spotted. So can I do like a can I do like an observation check or something and see if like I can find my target?
Yes, you can.
All right, so I will do that. Where do I roll? Right here? Okay. What dice do I roll?
Observation is your observation dice.
Yeah, I have one tick on my observation. So do I roll 2d6 or higher than that?
If you've only got one in it, we'll say
three
you
in
roll
it.
one. Then you're gonna roll 3d6.
Okay. No way!
What a way to get it
Damn.
started.
That is insane. 6
So
times 6. That's 36 times. That was like a 1 in 100 roll.
all right. So the way that the dice work is it rolls on failure and success. So you don't add it up. So the numbers don't get added up. You failed all three. It wasn't a hard observation, but it was more.
Damn, he was too distracted looking at Zelda's drawing.
You were a little too distracted looking at Zelda's drawing. Yes. Do you wish to do anything else before leaving your little spot here on the rooftop?
Well, no, I guess Alistair just can't see his target, so he's just gonna change locales and get a better view. So I think he just gets up and just tells Zelda we're leaving, and he starts walking. Do I specify where they're going to walk?
Sumi's loading. Oh, is Sumi having connection issues or something right now?
Am I having connection issues?
Oh no, you were just kind of taking a long pause, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
we
fixing an issue in the OBS.
Okay.
Like, you know, what do you do after 3 failed observation checks in a row? Like,
I'm kind of curious. How do I decide how many dice I'm supposed to roll? Like, how do I do that? I mean, I know how we decide it, but how in the game do I tell it to roll 3 of these type of dice? You know?
how many ticks you have in that skill?
I think somebody will probably
but
tell you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's say it'll be the.
Yeah, I mean, like, what buttons do I push?
Oh, there's a little dice
In the
up
chat
like
section.
that.
Yeah. So down underneath the
there's a
chat.
notation to it, so I can do the notation. That's simple because I can wrap my head around the notation. I could just type it, the notation, and post. That's it. That's all I got to do. Cool. I see roll. Okay.
Oh, you know, can Alistair maybe go to like the top of the Sweeney MFG Co and try another observation check? Location
Sorry,
here.
what was that?
Could we go to the top of this building here and try another observation check?
Sure, you can do that totally.
All right, so I'm gonna have Alistair do that then. He's just gonna like, tell Zelda like, all right, come on, we're changing location.
She's gonna get up. She's not gonna really show any emotion because she's just existing
Yeah.
in a way.
He also
She's kind
points
of
out the drawing, and
oblivious
he's
to
just like,
everything.
keep that, by the way.
But yeah, I mean, right now she's kind of oblivious to everything going around her. She just kind of gets in a spot and she'll stay there.
All right. So I'm gonna do another observation check. So 3d6.
About to say,
Wait, hang on. So let me just look at my character sheet really quick. So
And just remember, it is foggy. That is another reason why.
okay, yeah, observation.
But not everything is low tech, so you don't have high power binoculars that can cut through the fog and everything. This is it's just glass. It's just plastic and glass.
I get that. I was just checking real quick if observation used like other stats or if I got to roll a higher dice for it, but it's just d6s.
did you update it from the one you sent me, QT?
No, it should be the same one.
Oh, about to say in your from your obviously from the one you sent me, your career one has like D8s, so it will be.
So I would roll a d8
which
for observation then.
No, it will be since you have species type, you'll be 2 D6s and 1 D8.
Yep.
Yeah, but I have 3 ticks in observations. I get to roll 3 d6.
No. No, they're tied. They're tied to whichever in that column. So if and like that whole column for species, that's why there's like that line that goes up and down. Is that they're tied to that dice number?
So
Yeah, you're
like
right.
if you have an 8 in career, then you put a D8 in career, then
I roll
every
2d6 and a d8.
then all of the your skills for that you got from career would be a D8.
Okay, so then I'd roll a d8 and 2d6 because gorilla partner and my partner in a torpedo all have like observation.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to roll 3d6.
I'm about to say it's 2 D6 and 1 D8.
Yeah, 2d6 and 1d8. Silly me.
We have two
No, it's-
we have two old furs in this. We have a gorilla and a tiger. Both are old. They are in their 40s and 50s. They forget things.
Yeah. I don't think Zelda's partially involved because the observation boost is coming from like Zelda having observation.
All right. And with that, you have 2 successes. So you were going to see all of the dock workers going about their business. You also do notice that there are a few men in suits, like very nice suits, almost like your own, messing with some of the dock workers, like almost sort of harassing them, but not getting physical. It's more verbal and just trying to like intimidate them into doing what they want. You notice a few of them look like they could be members of the Cow family.
Cow family.
Because they all kind of wear the same style of suit. They kind of stick to the same colors to show that they're like a family, even if they're made of multiple species and ethnicities. But you do not know what Silas looks like. You don't see Silas, even though you have a photograph of him.
Well,
You were given a photograph when you were given the job, the contract, but you do not see him here.
I think Alistair seeing that there's some activity going on, is probably just going to wait until his target just shows up, since he's probably going to assume that this is where his target is going to meet up with the trade route.
Well, he arrives on the 27th. It's the 25th right now.
Oh, so I guess Alistair would just take a mental note of this location and probably come back in 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we are going to. It has become the evening time, and with that, with that, it's late evening at the Greasy Spoon. Actually, Dean and Frankie are here. Dean's in his usual booth, actually eating some food. He's got some food, because it's evening, it's time to eat. But Dean, you and Frankie are talking quietly. Frankie's looking a little bit more anxious than before, though. And then Gaylord, you and Chet are also here. You two have just came in from finishing your shift, gathering up trash, and y'all have just gone to the back to take up a booth of your own. You're sitting with Dean, but you are, here to eat some food. You two are hungry. It's late. It's time to get some food. The smell of the diner's still bustling, even though the dinner rush has subsided. So it's not dinner rush anymore, but it's still a little busy in the diner. You've got the smell of frying grease lingering in the air, mixing with the aroma of strong coffee.
But you have your sound, the music overlapping the other one.
I do.
Yeah.
Should not have done that.
Yeah, there we go now.
All right. Okay.
All right, continue.
I did not notice. My bad. That was my bad. I'm very sorry. It shouldn't have done that.
It's all good.
Need to get back over to the chat for that. All right. And and you see Remy is also here. Everybody but Alistair is here, just on their own, enjoying the atmosphere, having some coffee or some food. I'm just gonna put Remy in the back. Ignore it looks like she's floating in air. But Remy, you're wearing a simpler but elegant dress from your performance, so you're not as dressed up. You've toned it down some. But you're in a booth near the window, just sipping on a cup of black coffee and just looking kind of nervous, tapping your fingers on the table, maybe from what you've heard this morning. Gaylord is showing Chet the crumpled manifest that he found this morning when they were gathering up trash. But Alistair, it seems like you've entered in as well with Zelda. I'm assuming to make sure that she is fed, because she is a growing little girl after all.
That's true. She's gotta eat.
This diner, the Greasy Spoon, is just getting a lot of action today, especially after the dinner rush. Like, it's insane how busy it is right now.
And evidently everybody eats well here.
Yeah, Dean's a big bag.
And I'm having to squeeze all of these characters into the frame. I love it. But I mean, everybody's here. Alistair, your figure is just, it's a little imposing and it fills the doorway. You notice that there's an empty table near the center of the diner, which is where I'm going to guess you and Zelda sit, so you can better keep an eye on everybody around, because you notice everybody's here. You don't know these people, but you are, wary.
Mm-hmm. Can I make an observation check and see if they're carrying weapons?
Yes, you may.
I think he would do like a visual pat down on his surroundings.
Go ahead and make that observation roll. All right.
I just want to say if the D8 succeeds, that's Zelda succeeding in my headcanon.
The D6.
The D8.
The D8.
Yeah.
Okay.
But do the allies roll with us on observation checks? I thought that would just be kind of like for separate things that they do.
It depends on their skills and their proficiencies. It's just that Zelda also has a proficiency in observation.
Right, but does that also like add on to ours? I thought that would just be if they did a specific action.
I'm going to allow that their roles get added onto yours if y'all were doing the same action.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Like he
working
like
together doing the
that
same
works
action.
for
That
me.
makes sense.
like Alistair.
Then maybe
Yeah,
not.
like Alistair would be. I feel like Alistair's
No,
trying
I
to
completely
teach
follow
Zelda.
you. Absolutely. I was just, it wasn't what I expected, but I completely understand and agree.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But for like you and Chet Gaylord, y'all would your roles would be separate. I will let you but I will let you go ahead and play out both characters.
Sure.
Do the roles for both and everything. But
Okay,
for like Alistair and Zelda, I feel like Alistair's trying to teach Zelda like how to be aware of her surroundings and such, so that's why she's rolling with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotcha.
He's just shadowing him essentially.
But that is 2 successes.
Mm-hmm. So
Actually, that is 3 because I mean, you're in a diner. You're like right in the middle, so you're able to see everybody. So you do see that nobody has any weapons on them visible. So there's no like guns and shoulder holsters or anything. Everybody looks unarmed to at least above the waist because everybody is sitting down. Mm-hmm. So they could have like pocket knives, but you don't know that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
what would you like to do now?
Well, what any man would want to do during dinner time. Alistair just takes Zelda to the table and they begin their order. What kind of options are there on the menu? Is it just mostly just like 50 Americans diner food?
Yeah, so like burgers, fries. There's some tenders for the children. Some smaller burgers.
I think Alistair kind of just like recoils at the options because it's just like, this is a little lowbrow for someone like me. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. I think he would probably just try ordering like the most. I think maybe he would just try ordering maybe like just soup or something. I think he would probably try ordering the French onion soup. It's like the closest thing to French cuisine you can get.
And your waitress, she's a very slender looking feline. She's not bad looking, but she obviously does not like being at the diner today. Like, she is just worn out. However, she does take your order and put it in.
Mm-hmm. I think Alistair will also just have the 1950s health combo, a coffee and a cigarette.
She brings over an ashtray and tells you that she will be back with your coffee soon.
Mm-hmm.
What are you getting for Zelda?
I mean, Alistair just lets her pick whatever she wants off the menu. Money's not really an obstacle for him, and he's not exactly like experienced at knowing what kids like to eat, so he kind of just lets her pick.
I love the chat asking when Zelda is going to get lung cancer.
Oh no!
Lung cancer speed run.
Wow. I mean, we're about to be in the 1950s. This is to be expected. There's a lot of smoking going around.
Look, in the 1950s, black lungs were considered a normal thing.
So
it was up the fashion.
It was of fashion, yes.
Yeah.
Zelda, I feel like she would maybe get a burger, or maybe she would get some chicken nuggets. Like, she would get some chicken. We're gonna go with chicken.
All right.
So the waitress puts that in. Gaylord, you and Chad have also placed an order.
All right.
I mean, you both have ordered burgers.
Sounds like me. Sounds like chat.
Yeah. And
pardon?
Shortly after the waitress has put in Alistair and Zelda's order, your order has popped up and is being brought over to you.
All right. And I think that Chat, it's just a normal diner-sized burger, and Chat is a giant. So Chat just gobbles that burger, just absolutely vores it in one bite, and then is like, "What you need, boss?" Bear a few words. And I think that Gaylord would ask Chat to kind of like case the diner for any kind of opportunities for haul away, because oftentimes businesses might be getting rid of something or just some trash that's overflowing. Basically, Gaylord will want, while Gaylord finishes his burger, he'd want Chet to kind of just like check out the diner and see if there's anything they can use here.
Okay. Chet is going ask the waitress to speak to the manager in private to discuss business. While he is doing that, before you've gotten your food though, Gaylord, you did show the manifesting toy to Chet.
Okay.
He seem interested in the manifest or the toy at all?
Nah, Chet wasn't real curious about that, but I was kind of curious to for one thing, to check about the manifest to see if there's any kind of intriguing details on there about maybe where this stuff might be going, or if there was just some especially intriguing item on there that was supposed to be so troubling. So basically just kind of like, if I'm understanding this right, like do like an observation check on if there's just anything super relevant on this manifest.
You can go ahead and do an observation check. I will allow that. That's fine.
Okay. And what my numbers on that? How do I check that real quick?
So next to observation, what do you have?
I have 868.
So that'll be 2d8s and a d6.
So do 2d8s and 2d8s and a d6. So
whatever the number is
D6
next
and
to your skill, you're just gonna
D10.
put a D when you roll
I'll
it.
just do that.
Nope.
Did I do that right?
You did, and that is you've gotten 1 6. You've gotten actually 2 successes.
Okay.
You
And then
notice
do I
that
roll-
this
Oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna ask if I would roll for like checking out the diner for like anything useful or interesting in the diner.
You can. He's going to be looking on his way to talking to the manager.
Okay, and that would be 2d6s if I'm not mistaken. Or is it 1?
How many observation? How many points?
Let me check them real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
He has 1.
It is-
My bad. He has 1.
A meeting to ask. I must say, just well, as I do to my typing career, would anyone recognize me from looks? Would I have to roll for anything like that in terms of well, you know, obviously since that ties to at least working for Cal, since I'm one, you know, work for one of his companies as one of the biggest shows type thing.
It'd be
no
cool if
one.
Dean recognizes.
I mean, would you have known each other in the past?
It wouldn't be well.
See, I would feel like there'd be so much makeup involved and there'd be so many people involved with these productions and like people would just like kind of come in and out of them all the time. I don't think the odds would be great that they would remember like any one particular, like not like everybody would remember Remy from the production is what I'm saying. Maybe some people would, but I don't think in general Remy would have to worry about it. That's just my interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Chet on his way to the speak with the manager of the diner about business does notice that in the back where the cooks are, the trash cans are starting to get a little overfull. It's not like unpleasant smelling back there, but it looks like you guys could make some good business off of the diner hauling off your trash away
Nice.
daily. And as for you, Gaylord, when you were inspecting the manifest closer, you noticed that this doesn't look like it was thrown away recently, like a long time ago, like over a week ago. This looks like it was a more recent addition to the trash. It hasn't absorbed the juices from all of the rotten trash that was in the bin, almost like it was put in there just enough, deep enough to hide it from anyone looking at it, but it's not stained or absorbed any of the trash as much. It is still relatively clean. It's just more, you can't make out much what's on the manifest because it has been heavily marked out. Like someone just took a pencil and was just scratching out stuff to hide it, like hide information.
So somebody was trying to conceal this. Like there's like this was, but I'm still not
This
sure
wasn't meant to
exactly
be
what's
found.
on it. I just know that there's something nefarious about this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And can I do one more observation roll on the toy? Because I know that Gaylord would have at least some suspicion that this could have been involved in the fire, if only because it's a toy from that's older and is charred from fire. Gaylord would just have some kind of idea. Was this maybe from the orphanage? So maybe Gaylord does a observation check to just consider that for a moment.
Go ahead.
Okay. So again, it's the 2d8. No, those are 10.
And the D6. And these aren't hard checks to make because This is the beginning of session. This is session 1. I'm trying not to do too hard of rolls, like checks for you guys, because I don't know what's hard and what's not. You know, I'm learning as we all go along. But
And I'm mostly just playing with the mechanics at this point to make sure I'm doing it right.
But it's more where you're looking for like visual clues. You're doing stuff that's like easy to spot or not. Okay. Pretty much.
All right. Okay, I got you.
Well, Chad thinks Gaylor is fooling around with actual mechanics now.
I wouldn't.
Like you got a piece on the side.
How do you think I keep the trash truck in such good condition?
Oh my. Well, Gaylor, other than what you have seen, noticed from this morning with how the condition of the toy itself and the smell of smoke coming from it, you do notice that it looks like it could have came from a child's toy set. You think it could have been one that she played with back at the orphanage before it burned down.
Oh wow, that's wild. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this thing close.
But as you were talking to Chet, while you are sitting in your booth, and after Chet has gotten up to go and handle business, you do notice Remy. Have you ever been to the Sapphire Club though?
Oh yeah, for sure. They got good. They got good trash.
So you do notice her from the Sapphire Club. What would you like to do? Would you like to go up and talk to Remy or stay in your own booth?
I would go up to talk to Remy, but it would be like kind of like a business oriented conversation. Like I'm just always trying to make a buck. But I recognize Remy. I know that she has influence, or he, right? I know that he has influence around the town, and they're just a useful person to gab with for a moment.
And Remy does recognize you as one of the trash collectors that he's seen around the club, and even saw, strangely enough, has seen you out and about in town. Not really like following you around, but it's more like when he sees a trash collector, it's mainly been you.
Okay. I've been busy.
What? So you were going to talk to Remy about business as well, about collecting trash?
Mm-hmm. It's not the only business I'm in. It's just the easiest business to be in. People throwing that shit away.
Well, Remy, what do you say about Gaylor coming over to talk about the trash business with you?
Let's see. At first, just a bit distraught, just surprised. Someone like him is coming to talk to me, but at first it's getting my bearings and this and that, just from shaking off the little bit of nerves, and it's like, oh yes, you. Yes, I remember you. And I'm taking out our trash. I know I've mostly seen you from work and this and that, but you also do cleaning out apartments.
Hey, if the truck will haul it, I'll take it.
Good. I guess I can always think of someone to take care of that kind of trash.
Whatever the truck will do. Like there's this strange thing. Sometimes people will like give you the money to just take it somewhere else. It's wild. They don't want you to keep it. They don't want you to take it away. They just want someone else to have it in a different place. So I mean, like it's not as much fun, but I do those too.
Yes.
but at least we can. I'm about to say, I'm about to say, is there any like a card I could have or this and that, so I can call you to make arrangements at any time?
Hey, no, just look for my truck. You'll see my truck passing by. Just yell me down. It's the one that says "gay trash" on the side. That's how you'll know it's me.
Okay, good.
I'm always running around. You can't miss me.
Um,
Hey, I know that does the
All that
are
keep
y'all
you.
any hauling work anytime soon? Aside from the trash, like I can haul your trash away, but anything you need hauled to you?
None I can think of at the moment, at least.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not making any money in this conversation, Sumi. So I'd probably detach and like just go debrief with Chet and see what Chet's learning.
okay. Remy, you wh- um hmm. Dean, what are you and Frankie talking about?
Possibly about what they asked about. Helping them
The
out.
helping him out find protect his family from the cow family when they're trying their manipulation of the union vote.
Yeah.
So Frankie does mention that he works at the Blackfin Shipping Company. He works on the docks there. And Frankie kind of isn't being subtle about it. I mean, there is some hustle and bustle going around in the diner. Everybody's placing orders for food and getting their food. So, but Frankie is just being heard a little too much above the noise and the bustle of the diner. Gaylord, you do recognize the name Blackfin Shipping. What do you do when you hear Frankie mention that?
Well, I'm trying to listen in and hear if that conversation's gonna give any more context to that manifest. I know that shit's nefarious. I have no clue what the hell is going on with it. Maybe some part of the maybe eavesdropping on this conversation is gonna tell me something.
Well, all you've heard so far is that Frankie works at Blackfin Shipping, and something about the cow family and a union vote.
Uh-huh.
Did you not find a piece of paper that had the name Blackfin Shipping on it?
Yes.
What would you maybe let Dean? Would you maybe show that to Dean? Maybe he has.
Tell him about it. I want to go tell him about it so I can ask him about it.
I mean, maybe he has some more information. There might, two heads are better than one.
I should go talk to Dean and ask it and show. And I should go show Dean the manifest and Frankie too, and ask if they have any information about this. What if they can interpret it? Maybe Frankie would know the kinds of stuff that was scratched out.
Well, Frankie sees that manifest and notices that it is from the Blackfin Shipping. He mentions that it looks like a normal shipping manifest. He does not know what was supposed to be on the shipping manifest, like what the cargo was. It has been scratched out enough to where not even he knows. He mentions that his manager would know, his boss would know, But he's just a plain dock worker. He just does what he's told. He moves the cargo from the ships to the docks and back. He doesn't pay attention to what's in them. He doesn't know what is in them. It's just more he's moving the freight from A to B. But he does confirm that they do have a shipment coming in on the 27th, and he gets a little scared when he sees the name Silas on it, because the Cow family's been looking for him, for this Silas person, and Frankie was questioned about it, but Frankie doesn't know anything about this. Dean does. Dean knows about Silas.
Okay.
But none of you know that Blackfin Shipping is a front for the Cow family. Remy, however, would, considering she is the daughter of the head. So she kind of knows what's going on behind the scenes. She just keeps her nose out of it.
Okay.
Remy, when you hear Blackfin Shipping, and what do you do?
I kind of. See, kind of perk up just about it, and I kind of a bit mosey in and just like, oh, kind of, so like subtle, just smooth my way in and subtly ask like, oh, what more, well, how much black fin shipping do you know?
Well, I don't know about this manifest.
Well, go ahead, Remy.
Oh no, you can go ahead. I was just stretching.
This manifest that Gaylord has, I mean, it does say that it is from Blackfin Shipping. Does the shipping manifest trigger anything in your memory about what's happened recently?
Sorry, a little scatterbrained at the moment.
Maybe a conversation you overheard this morning?
Yes, could I'm sorry, my mind is blank from the conversation. Can you go over it for me again?
You overheard a conversation about a new business venture today, or in a few days. There's
yes.
It involves the dogs, but you don't know exactly what this business venture is. Just it involves the dogs and Silas.
On the let's say who has the signatures all over the manifest? Like any noticeable writing, or is it like printed out in terms of?
It is writing, but there's not a name attached to it. Like you would see a signature, normally on the shipping manifest, saying that they have been received by this person or that person, but even that has been crossed out. It's just the name of the company, who is supposed one name and a date. That is all that is readable on this shipping manifest. So, strangely enough,
all we see on the shipping manifest is Silas, and you said it was October 27th.
Something about October 27th and Silas, yes, and that Silas, is from
right. I don't know a Silas.
I don't think you do,
So I would be
Gaylord, I
super
don't.
confused because I'd feel like I knew everybody just kind of going around town doing odds and ends. I'd be like, do y'all know a Silas? Who the fuck is Silas? I'm on the level with y'all, chat. I don't know who this Silas is.
Let's see. I will be a tiny bit familiar with Silas, but obviously he wasn't just what I guess vaguely know his well, I at least wouldn't figure it was someone from the family that kind of wrote on this or see like a bit of pieces of the like cross out name to figure out it's well we'll be able to figure out it was Silas, right?
Mm-hmm. But and I can tell that there's some kind of glimmer of recognition, right? I think I would try to like sell the manifest to Remy. I'd be like, oh wait, is this useful to you? What do you want to buy this from me? I'll give it to you for $1.
Like $1 million in the 1950s.
I love how he's like, I'm gonna sell you this manifest I found in the trash for $1.
Well, I have no idea what it's about. I don't know who a Silas is, but I can see that Remy knows a Silas and like, hey, do you want? Maybe this has some meaning to you. Do you want to buy it from me? Look, Gaylord is only thinking about one thing, and that's getting rich.
Yeah, so I'm about to say with the how my character's trying to find out more about this, I would definitely put my character and probably my status with some obviously income. I would definitely would buy it kind of without hesitation. Was like, but also prior to that, since the recognition, I was kind of like in a bit of like slight like annoyance, like Silas, of course,
like as if it's like it's an act of charity. Remy would buy it, but be like as like presenting it like it's an act of charity. Like, sure, I'll buy that from you, honey. Yeah, I'll take that off your hands.
I was like, yes. Like clearly, I'm on the just underneath my breath slightly, just like I'm gonna definitely have to. And I talk to Silas about all this here and see more what I can find out. I was like, would I possibly have Silas' number by chance?
I mean, you would have to get. You would have. At this time, I don't think telephones are as popular. Like, you would not have a phone on you per se, but you could go to a call box and have a call connected. Because we haven't made it to where you can actually dial people directly. Everything runs through a switchboard. So you would have to contact the operator to make the phone call to make the connection.
Okay. Let's see. I'll definitely have to. I'll possibly be planning to obviously go to the place on the date of, but would I I'm about to say would I let me see. I'm about to say well obviously I'll thank him for definitely letting me hold on to the mail as I kind of kind of fold it and kind of like slip it in between just to hold on to it for the moment. Why I kind of I don't know. I'm kind of just kind of slightly joining the company, just curious, just to see, because since dealing with all the trash and this and that, kind of. I think I'll say a good thing. I'm about to say, actually, you know what? Could since you take care of the trash and this and that, could you would I be able to go back to the area, ask him where he found it, just since find out it possibly came from the trash company to try to look for more.
I found it. I remember where I found it. I can show you where I found it. Do you have 20 cents?
Yes, doll. I have 20 cents.
All right, hey, for 20 cents, I can show you where I found it for sure. Look, gas money. Look. I mean, come on, gas money. I can't get there for free, toots.
It's understandable.
Trust me here. I'm on the level.
Yes. Everything has a price. Don't worry. I got all the expenses covered for this venture.
Is Alistair still just like sitting and eating with Zelda, or?
You would be discreetly listening in on this. You do, however, notice from your contract hearing the names Silas and Blackfin shipping, along with the date that they did mention.
So these two are pretty much gonna like pull up to where I need to pull up later.
What are you are you giving any visual representation? Like, are you letting them know that you're listening in, or are you just
no, Alistair is just like eating his soup, just listening, just staying discreet, just kind of like calculating in his head. He's like, these two are going to be at the same location at this time, where my target's going to be, and I do need a lot of chaos to happen. I guess that's just what he's thinking in his head.
And upon hearing the date October 27th, Frankie does let you know that is also when the union vote is supposed to happen. He doesn't know what's going on with Silas or the shipping manifest, but he does know that the 27th is when the union is supposed to take a vote. They are voting on better working conditions. They're trying to better the conditions in the warehouse, and by extension, that's going to be pushing the mafia out. That's going to be pushing the Cal family out. I don't think, and that's not really working for them. The Cal family, I don't think that they're very pleased with this vote, so they're trying to sway it to where it fails, so they can keep doing their ways, and maybe even force some of their own people in, so they could just take over the union entirely.
Gotcha. So like multiple things are happening at once right now. Like we have a union vote happening. I have a hit to make. Everybody else has reasons to be around on the 27th, and it's all converging at this one point.
And Gaylord, maybe Remy would consider she is a little bit well connected in a way. She does have she is from money. She is surrounded by the wealth and everything. She might know more about the toy that she found.
Oh, so I should ask Remy if she knows anything about the toy.
Yes, there is a possibility that she could know something about it, or maybe even Dean. You know, I mean, you all are sitting at the same, like y'all have gathered around a booth.
I would want to ask y'all if they knew of any like recent fires. Like, is there any like recent fire that happened? This could have maybe come from. Like, it seems so strange that there'd be like a children's toy in the garbage behind this like fish warehouse or something at the docks. And you know, I was just the first thing I'd be curious is like, have y'all heard of like any like fires or something recently this could have come from? What do y'all know about this?
Let's see.
Does he have the toy on him?
Yeah, I have it. I have it with me. I'm showing y'all. There's nothing secret about it.
I think Alistair. He's just observing it quietly to himself to see if he notices anything he can get from it forensically just by looking at it. Could I do another observation roll?
Go for it.
All right.
So, Alistair, you do notice that this is from a fire. It's not a recent fire. From the Mars of the Char, how charred this is. And the overall condition of the toy. This is at least 10 years, 10 to 20 years old. This is an old toy from an old fire. Like, you do know, you were kind of from the town, correct, right?
I mean, I thought Alistair just kind of came to town just to do his next hit. I don't think he really lives anywhere.
Okay.
Mm.
But from your observations, you do notice that this is a toy that is decades old. Like there is age on this toy from just the paint being chipped.
Old and burned.
The burns are old. They're not newish. They have sunken into the toy. But
like new information I can extrapolate from it though.
Visually, no, there is not. But you do know that it is not a recent fire. It is more of it is decades earlier, from decades ago. Even though Gaylord is thinking it is from a recent fire.
I think Alistair would just speak up to Gaylord, and it's just like, I think he must be mad as a hatter. That toy's over 10 years old. Those burn marks are 10 years old.
I said, what kind of memories would it spark in Remy?
Remy, you would remember that an orphanage nearby in town did burn down 10 years ago. You would remember that. That was pretty big news when that orphanage burned down. So everyone in town that lives in town would know about that orphanage.
I think Alistair is just pointing out that these burn marks are way too old to line up with the timing of the orphanage. I guess he's just questioning, like, how is there still a connection?
I thought it was the opposite, that the burn marks were saying that like this was from something that happened years ago, as opposed to something that happened last week.
Yeah, I thought it had to do with the orphanage. Because I thought the orphanage
that's
burning
how I was
was last
interpreting it.
year, but the burn marks are 10 years old. So Alistair's like, well, that doesn't line up with the timeline.
Yeah. So the orphanage
For Gaylord, the orphanage fire that would have separated from his brother would have been like 10, 15 years ago, something like that, because that happened when they were kids. Evidently.
So Alistair didn't like glean any new information, essentially.
Yeah, there wasn't that much other than the age. Like, you could be able to visually tell how old it is, but not any other information. It doesn't really have like much to tell.
There's no forensic evidence to gain from it. Then I guess like Alistair's just back to sipping on his soup, thinking like, well, this raccoon's on a wild goose chase.
I would say, how would I would say, well, I was since would know about it. I would say since I would say kind of my character's in like mid 20s, so that will be in let's try to put it. It's like I will obviously remember like the newspaper and thing of the and it's a little bit of shock, but I guess around that time I would be like, since my character would be in the teens, would I be like in well, would I be like in a family estate, or would I be I don't know, I'm trying to think.
You would be with the cow family, but it's more. How would you? Do you think you would be part of the neighborhood, or would you be secluded, like kept hidden, like kept away from the riffraff, so to speak?
Let's see. Typically, it would kind of be typically secluded because it's trying to be kind of modeled into this perfect image, but because of that, I'm kind of like sneak away. So for me, I typically will probably playing with some of the street kids around that time because I snuck off, and all I can kind of vaguely remember is being like at least like on the street and just a bit like thrown back and in terms of the fire, just seeing the fire like kind of breaking out and this and that, and then all the panic noises.
Mm-hmm. Does the toy look familiar to you? It is a wooden horse. It is aged, but does it maybe look familiar? Like you've seen a similar toy before somewhere?
For me, it'd be like, like yes, it's like this used to. Would I? Let's see. How was I put it? Would I be able to notice like a small engraving like on the bottom, like with initials, as as if it was like a gift to someone, but they just had like like vague initials on it or something.
You would notice. Roll investigation or observation. I mean,
that is only 1d4 for me. Good, since that's considering I'm was a teen at the time. Oh, there it goes.
And that is a failure.
Can I wait? Can we assist in that? Like, can I like, hey, let me take a closer look at that too?
Yeah, you totally
like,
can.
Now I'm in the light. Like I'm no longer in the dark of the back alleys or whatever. Now I'm actually in the light, so I can do an observation roll too.
Yes, you may.
Can Alistair just do like a help action?
Go for it.
All right. So do they just get advantage or?
Go ahead and roll your investigation.
All right.
Or your observation as well, and it could be added in.
All right.
And I rolled mine. I can Chet investigate too, because Chet also has a D6.
I triggered auto mod.
Yeah.
Auto mod really does not like the word Gaylord.
Automod hates my character.
Dang.
But do I roll a D6 for Chet to help too?
Chet is still with the manager. Like they are, they're working out a really good deal for the trash.
Alright, cool.
Like y'all were able to do at least 2 pickups a day here, like once in the morning to get the overnight, and then come back in the evening.
Let's go.
To like during lunch to get the trash in. So you're at least doing 2 pickups a day. You're getting good amount of trash.
Smells like money.
Yeah, Chad is working on getting y'all a good price for these trips. So you're not like going in the red for this. You're going in the black.
Okay.
But between the two of you, you do gain 2 successes. Alistair, you're definitely going to notice. Actually, you've gained 3 successes. You both get 2 successes. You're both going to notice the small mark denoting the shop. Like it's faded out, it's half burnt, but you can sort of make out that this is from a shop. To Alistair, this really wouldn't mean much. The name would not mean, the shop would not mean much. However, for Gaylord, the name of this shop is the Careful Rocket. This was a toy shop near your orphanage.
Oh wow.
It has since gone out of business, mainly because of its close proximity to the orphanage. Like, it was the only business close by, and it suffered some structural damage during that fire, and the owner sadly had to close business
So,
afterwards.
so now we're feeling really confident that this was from that orphanage and was in that fire, and I'm wondering, why was this in a random garbage can in an alley 10 years later?
That's a good question. I don't know if anybody could honestly tell you why it would be in the trash now of all times. It's a bit strange.
Yeah, it is strange.
But
Is there any
while y'all were
leftover hair or fur on it?
do what?
Is there any leftover fur on it
There
from the
and
last
there
person
is
holding it?
You roll in observation.
Right.
You were just observing everything today.
Not a lot of action going on.
We're about to get into the action. Don't worry. So, Alistair, you do notice a little bit of fur stuck to a small spot on the horse. It looks like it was stuck there by some like fish guts or something. You're not sure. It's part of the trash that it was dumped into, but it's not part of the toy. It's like stuck in the toy. It's more like attached by like a little bit of goo.
Is the fur gray by any chance?
It does look like it is gray. Yes. From your vantage point, it does look gray.
I think Alistair finally breaks his silence and chimes in, and I think he like points at the gray hair on the horse, and I'm just like, and he's probably like, sorry, so I'm gonna cut my throat. And I think he's probably like theorizing whoever's fur is on that horse might be the last owner, might be the one who threw it away. I think he just notes like, oh, it's the same color as yours. To Gaylord.
Well, yeah, but it could have also just gotten on there while I was handling it. I mean, I've had it since whenever I picked it up. I've had it for at least a couple hours now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it could also just be someone else's gray fur. I mean, come on. Gray fur can't be that uncommon.
I'm about to say, would Gaylord like bring back like any sort of familiar like senses or this and that of like any kid I played with when I was when I played with people in the neighborhood around that area.
You would remember playing with two raccoon boys. You didn't really catch their names, but you vaguely remember two raccoon brothers playing with you.
Were they twins?
I would vaguely be like, you got a certain spark to you. I was like, you remember, you remind me a bit of my youth per se. Just I don't know. I don't know. You remind me of someone vaguely similar. I can't put my name to it. Just yet.
But I would think that like now that my curiosity is really piqued, I would probably want to like go back and investigate. And maybe like
Well-
if the people came with me, they might give me a little bit more perspective as well. So I feel like I might invite everybody to come back and I would show y'all where I got it. Does that make sense?
Yes. But as you were all piecing this information together between the connection between Blackfish shipping and the Union vote on the 27th, this mysterious Silas, and what's going on with this toy? Like what the link to this toy is. Like, why was it in the trash with the shipping manifest as well? The bell above the diner door starts jingling loudly. And you notice that everybody who was having a conversation at the diner besides you guys, it just immediately went silent. And as everybody just looks immediately at the door, and that is when you notice that especially Remy is going to just not be happy about what she sees, because at that moment Sal DeMarco, who is one of Mr. Cow's his capos, his lieutenants, he strides in, and his face he is not holding back. He is absolutely furious. Like, there's barely contained fury. Like, this man is just a hair trigger ready to just go off. I mean, he's in a very nice suit, like nicer than Chet wears. Like, he is dressed for business for sure. Like, he's got that high quality suit going on. But also as well, behind him is Rocco and Bruno, his wolf enforcers. These two work below Sal. And he points directly at Dean and Frankie, specifically Frankie, and growls, "There he is, the rat, and he looks like he's brought some company."
At who?
At Frankie.
Frankie's this guy?
Yep, the rabbit. Yep. Yeah. He's very unhappy to see the rabbit here.
I think, like, in the heat of this moment, Alistair, like, takes his other gun out and he, like, passes it to Zelda, and it's like, you might have to work today.
All right. So the wolves are blocking the exit. They position themselves to block all the exits out of this diner, so no one's getting in or out. One's ready just to go bare knuckles, and the other's got a switchblade. And Sal's advancing toward Dean and Frankie with his eyes narrowed. Everybody, what are you wanting to do now?
I think after Alistair, like, gives his silenced weapon to Zelda, sort of like prepping her for opposing combat, I think Alistair just gets up and he's just like trying to defuse the situation while she's just like getting her gun ready. So I think he just goes up to the two bold gentlemen. And he's just like, gentlemen, it's dinner time. We're trying to eat.
So there's only one bull, and it's Sal. The other two are wolves.
Yeah, so I think he just goes up to the bull and the wolves, and he's just like, gentlemen, it's dinner time. Why don't we handle this after dinner? And he just like calmly puts his hand on his shoulder to reassure him.
Okay. Roll me give me a negotiation roll, please.
Or let me just check his negotiation real quick. Okay, he's +1, so I gotta roll 2 dice. Oops. There we go.
Yep.
2d6. Let's go, baby.
Oh, nice.
And that is 2 successes. With that, the wolves are gonna just slightly lower their guard. I mean, they've got to be on guard because their boss is here. They can't just let you go by immediately. But Sal does recognize that you do have Zelda with you. and tells the wolves that you can leave with Zelda if you wish, but Sal's here for Frankie. Everybody else is just inconsequential, especially you. He does have a contract with you. You're supposed to be taking out Silas for him.
Mm-hmm.
But Frankie is like the target of his fury right now. Everybody else is just like not even on his radar unless y'all do something like stupid, like try to attack him or his enforcers.
I mean, I think the logical course of action would be like Alistair just leaves with Zelda, but that would kind of eject him from the story. So I think Alistair's reaction would probably just be, I'm not leaving yet. She has to eat. And I need to eat too. Just come back another time. And maybe he just like takes a pocket watch out of his turtleneck and he's just like 1 hour from now.
Well, with that, Sal gets a little less angry, but he tells you that he goes, I'll let you eat and the girl. 1 hour. That's all you get. I'll be back. My boys will watch the doors.
Wonderful,
And
sir. Thank you.
With that, Sal strides out the door, almost breaking the glass of the door because he just like swings it open and lets it just slam. It thankfully does not break, but it does rattle a bit. The bell does ring a bit loudly, more than it did when he came in. He doesn't look like he is the easiest to be calm in a situation. But at the very least, you have secured an hour of peace for everyone in the diner.
I think after the bull leaves, you just see Alistair's soft expression just immediately harden again. He just lights another cigarette. He just like gives a sharp exhale and he just like turns to the bunny and says, I bought you an hour. He like leans over to Zelda with like, hurry up and eat. We got work to do.
What is everybody
Gristy,
else
by the way?
wanting to?
Because it looks like Grissy's not in the call.
Oh no, did we lose a Grizzy?
Oh, you may like that.
Wow, Grizzy. We lost a Grizzy.
Hopefully,
Maybe his connection just died.
yeah, may have a second. Yeah, see.
Oh wait, his model looks like he's asleep.
I got him. I was like,
He's still
There we
in the
go.
Discord.
Hey, there we
I
go.
know came back.
You okay there, Grizzy?
No, it's just I'm not able to do anything.
Well, I was about to ask what you wanted to do now, because I mean, Sal just walked out the door, but he's gonna be back in an hour, and he's after Frankie for some reason.
I missed all of that actually because they liked out. I didn't even notice.
Long story short, guys, after the bunny you're protecting came in, wanted to square up. I bought you an hour of time by diffusing the fight. They're waiting outside, and I'm just like, all right, guys, I bought you an hour. What's the plan? So if you want to go and rough them up outside, or you want to like sneak out the back or whatever, but now that's up to all of us.
No, sneak out the back. Also, I'm gonna just get rid of this voice changer. That's annoying.
Do we go outside and rough them up? I got a shotgun.
What
I think Alistair turns over to Zelda and he's just like, when you're done eating, count how many bullets we have in that gun.
And she is going to do that.
She doesn't just say the number, she just hold up fingers.
Yeah, she's gonna let you know that it is a full magazine. Like, you do have full amount of rounds in there.
Yeah, they hold like 6 rounds, right? So I think she just hold up a 6.
Yeah. Remy, what are you doing in this situation?
What I'm about to say, would I be able to approach them and kind of and kind of ask them like, what's the meaning of all this? Like, what's going on?
You approached the one of the wolves.
Yes.
Which one?
Let's see which one I'm familiar with. I will kind of go with I will go with Rocco just because typically he's the how put it bit more easy how put it bit more easily to manipulate just for me to talk to because obviously he's obviously besides being bodyguard in the background a lot of the time to sneak in to watch the shows.
All right, and let me get Rocco on green. There we go. All right, so Rocco he knows who you are. I mean, you're the daughter of the boss. Excuse me. Ugh, sorry about that. Well, that's weird chat and weird message in y'all's chat and the Twitch chat. I love it. But Remy, you're able to.
Welcome in.
You are able. No problem. You are able to talk. To get Rocco to let you just, leave. No issues. Especially considering how where you are in relation to the family. He honestly can't say no to you. No one can really say no to you other than Sal, and even Sal kind of runs that risk of getting in trouble with the boss if he tells you no.
Yeah.
You've got the power to just make them all go home now. Just because you're here. But Gaylord, what are you and Dean doing?
Me and
Chet
Dean
just wandered back. Chet has also just wandered in.
I'm getting kind of feisty. I'm thinking these guys want to cause some action. I'm ready to go. I got a shotgun. I'm kind of looking at Dean like, hey, you want to handle this? I'm looking at Dean like, hey, do we handle this? I mean, I got a gigantic fucking bear. They don't.
I mean, what do you say, Dean? Do you want to go rough up these gangsters?
I think we lost Dean though.
Yeah, at the moment we kind of lost connection. I think everything is down for a moment.
Let me. Yeah, his whole thing is down.
Yeah.
Yeah, his stream's down. Well, dang. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance about how the story is going. It is a little weird. I'm trying not to force
First session's going
railroad
to
you
be
in.
a bit slow. We're all kind of learning how everything works. I'm sure next session will go a lot faster.
Yeah.
Speed is definitely like a factor.
Grissy's in chat. Grissy's just apparently a little bit anxious to do voice right now. But that's fine. I mean, if Grissy can, still kind of inform us in chat.
Yeah.
Because right now, I'm looking at
okay.
I'm looking at Dean again. I'm looking at Dean and saying, I think we can intimidate these guys to give us a lot more than an hour. and to more or less just back off because more or less aiming to intimidate them with my gigantic bear.
I've got your chat open in the OBS, Chrissy. So just put you back into the thing. That way, at least it doesn't look too weird.
Foundry chat.
Okay. I can totally do that. I've got you pulled up over here. And I am sorry that your character hasn't really been able to do much this session. That hasn't been the plan. I've been trying to make it to where everybody's been doing stuff equally, but it really hasn't worked. Because I mean, it's a new system, a brand new campaign. I'm trying not to be like having you on like what's called a railroad. Like I'm trying not to have you on tracks, just pushing you along, telling you, hey, this is what you need to do. Because that's not how I like to play tabletops, and it's not fun to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So
I am proposing we do something, which is to basically go outside and kind of strong arm them.
Yeah, I think Alistair also just kind of sees it as a perfect opportunity to just pop a bullet in the back of their heads.
Dean says, "You really want to rough up Silas? You must be insane. He's a very powerful individual. I know these streets very well, and you wouldn't stand a chance."
I think
I'm like,
Alistair cuts him
I get
off.
it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like, oh, okay, this guy must be something serious. This is not, okay, now I'm kind of understanding the import of the situation and going, okay, hold on. Maybe we do back off. What's going on here?
I think Alistair interjects and just says, it doesn't matter how tough you are on the streets, a bullet to the head is all it takes.
I was kind of hearing that. I kind of try to. I would kind of. I don't know how to put it. Kind of give him like, Rocco and them just like, hey, you can kind of take this business possibly another time, probably without prying eyes like in public. You know how Mr. Cow is. Like he hates for any of this to fall back on him, especially with how rowdy you boys are being.
And Dean would like to roll to see if he can recognize the ape, since he has street knowledge.
Yes, go ahead and roll that. That would be my brain is being. Yeah, he's talking about you, Alistair. He's wanting to roll to see if he knows who you are. That would be a knowledge check, I believe. See what we got for that. Yeah. So give me give me give me an observation check, Dean. And given your knowledge of the streets and the fact that you've been around for a while, it is a +1 as well, so you do have an extra dice on top of whatever your observation would be. Um, let me just pull up your sheet real fast. Oh, okay, hold on. Roll roll 2d8s and a d6, Chrissy. Okay, and with that, you do have 2 successes. You do recognize Alistair. You've seen him before. You aren't the best of friends or like call acquaintances, but you do know he has been in town before. He's not been in the you kind of knew him back from your rowdy days, so to speak, Dean, when you were just unhinged, not caring about the law, before you chilled out a bit. Yes, yes, he basically is a criminal. You don't really know what Alistair does. You just know he's part of the seedy side of society. Like, you two were close enough that
I'm a federal worker.
Wow.
I worked for the government.
I mean, you do the dirty jobs, Alistair.
Well, someone's got to do them. Garbage men exist, sewer men exist, hitmen exist.
Right here.
Right here, indeed. There's a garbage man as we speak, right there.
Yep, pays good money.
Yeah. So he recognizes my character?
Yes, he does recognize your character. Would you happen to recognize Dean in any way?
Alistair wouldn't, unfortunately. He's pretty in and out with most areas he's in. He's pretty much only focused on his target. Any bystanders are just like faceless to him.
And would I recognize? I know that I recognize Remy. Would I recognize Dean? And I'm guessing not Alistair.
You would know Dean. You, considering this is your hometown, Gaylord, you would know Dean.
Okay.
I mean, Dean is older than you, but he's known to everyone in town. He was the wild one before age helped him mellow out and
I gotcha.
become
so Alistair's the only one in this group that I don't recognize. Can I like roll an observation check on just like not like on who he is? Like, I don't think I'm gonna recognize Alistair, but like, how can this guy be useful to me? Like, I'm more or less just kind of want to give him like the up and the down. Can I roll an observation check just to kind of get an idea of how I might benefit from a relationship with Alistair?
Sure.
Okay. So let me try this.
And Grizzly, I filled out your skills for you, so you don't have to worry about knowing what to roll next time.
All right, thanks.
Oh wait, I thought that was how I did it. I typed it in. There we go. I did it the right way this time.
I was about to say you may have did it the wrong way before.
May have.
It's all good. All right. With that, you do have one success. This isn't a Alistair keeps a lot of what he knows, and pretty much he keeps everything locked down. So most people wouldn't know what he's thinking or what he's feeling. He does look very nicely dressed. You do notice that.
Okay.
But from his appearance, you wouldn't be able to tell how good he is in a fight, even though Dean said, even though you overheard what Dean has said about him.
So I'm kind of recognize that this is like maybe like I'm kind of recognizing what Dean already knows, effectively.
Yes.
I'm kind of picking up that this is a tough dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well. And QT Drizzy is back in the Discord call.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, I was writing it down.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Nah, keep writing it down. Just anxiety, kind of.
Yeah, I finished writing it down.
That's all right with me.
It's
Yeah.
all good. As long as you know that everyone knows that you can at least hear it if they want to speak it out loud as well.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, I was sorry if your character said something to Alistair. Did he?
No, I don't think so. It was more like kind of an like an eyes up, eyes down kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Just trying to get a sense of like, this is the one person here I don't recognize. Is this someone I can, hit up for business opportunities? Is this someone I need to keep distance from?
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Gaylord just trying to get a sense of this dude.
Gotcha.
Dean, what are you doing right now? Like, you're kind of stuck in here right now. What do you want to do? I mean, you've got Frankie here, who came to you this morning for help, because he's scared for his life. And then these gangsters just came out of nowhere and pretty much was like here for Frankie. Okay, you're gonna get him out of the diner. How would you like to do that? Yes, they are. The entrance. You got one at the back door, and Remy. Well, at the moment, the front door is free, but also Sal is right outside the door. Like he didn't go far. It's more like he just went outside the diner. He's still pissed, because Alistair made him leave. But they are, yeah. You got one inside the diner with you, not blocking the door, but they're still the boss. Their boss. Mm-hmm.
So we can't exactly just take him and leave. They'll notice.
So, Alistair, Dean is asking for your help. What do you say to that?
I think Alistair takes another pull from his cigarette. He's just like realizing he's being mixed into a situation, and he's trying to like kind of think how this could benefit him further. But I think he noticed it. I think like his charitable side keeps coming out more as he's looking after Zelda. And an idea kind of brews up in his head, and he turns over to Gaylord. And he's like, "You're a trash man, aren't you?"
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd be hauling that trash. Saw some here.
I'd say you're quite good at hauling heavy equipment. I think I'd like to pay for your trash hauling services.
Go
and
on.
Alistair like uses his wealth skill, and you see him just like reach into his pocket, and there's just a huge roll of 20s out.
I'm interested. I'm listening. I think Gaylord would have an idea, and Chet has been like talking to the management about hauling off the garbage. I think that Chet would. I mean, sorry. Gaylor would ask Chet to try to intimidate the people guarding the back door to leave the door unguarded for a moment so that they could haul the trash out, and then
Well,
perhaps
Okay.
use that as an opportunity.
Alistair was thinking, Alistair leans over, is like, I think I have a much smoother idea. What if you just needed to haul some trash? And he like just looks over back at the bunny here.
We're gonna put the bunny in a trash bag.
We're gonna put him in a trash bin. We're gonna like just go to the bathroom, put him in a trash bin, and Rack is just gonna take it out. Part of his duty. Since Rack has a pass to leave, me and Zelda have a pass to leave, and they're just gonna think, damn, he's taking a long time in the bathroom.
I think it works.
Yeah.
Dean wants to ask if you think he'll be safe. If Frankie will be safe in there.
Don't worry, he's an expert trash man. He just gives him a cigarette. It's like, here, have a cigarette. You need to relax when we do this.
Okay.
Must always know what you need. All right, so there's a bit of a pause. What are we doing now?
So, yeah, we're working on getting Frankie hidden in this trash can now, so that Gaylord can just take it out. Bruno is not that smart. Out of the two, Rocco is the smart one. Bruno's the muscle. It is also very obvious that Bruno is the muscle because he's the more bulky out of the two. His suit also isn't looking the best. It's looking a little bit old. Like he takes care of it, but not really. Like he's more focused on the body than the mind and how he looks.
So I think it's just pretty simple. I think if the guy watching isn't smart, I think then I would just say Zelda needs to go to the bathroom. Then he also wants to go to the bathroom. What's his name again, the rabbit?
Frankie.
Yeah, I think Frankie would just say he wants to go to the bathroom. So all three of us go in. Rack is like, "Oh, would you look at that? I gotta take out some garbage. Go into the me and Zelda help him into a trash bin." Rack is like, "Oh man, would you look at that? I gotta take out trash." He just grabs the trash bin with the bunny in it and just exits from the back.
And I feel like Remy could distract the wolves.
Who could?
Remy could definitely distract the wolves.
Remy could do that too.
Yeah, Remy can distract the wolves.
So yeah, I think we got a solid plan.
What is Dean doing in this plan?
And I thought I was helping out with the
Okay.
Yeah, I think Dean is doing the stuffing in the trash bag.
No, Dean's distracting the wolves, so it's easier for the bunny to slip into the bathroom with Alistair and Zelda.
Okay. Yeah. Dean, give me a
No, if I have to roll dice, it's gonna be the end.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll some dice. Give me a. We're gonna create a skill for this because there's not a specific skill, so you're gonna be doing two. Give me a tactics roll mixed with a presence to try to that would be 1d8 and 3d6 for you. What you're going to be doing is you're pretty much going to be running interference. You're going to be the distraction, but there is not one really for distraction.
Okay. Well,
Challenge him to an arm wrestle.
I'm putting it into luck.
And with that, you do gain 3 successes, which is enough to distract Bruno. Even all you had to do was get one. This man is like pretty much, he is dumb as a brick. He is not the smartest tool in the shed. He is easily distracted when the situation arises. So Dean,
Like
you were able to Dean, you were able to distract him really well. He seems very interested in the distraction you've caused. What did you do to distract him?
Wow, I have to think about this one. Probably showing off my eye scar, explaining how I got it and stuff like that.
Oh, he's fully into this story, especially considering it shows that you weren't someone to be messed with. Like you knew how to fight, and he respects that. So Bruno is all in on this story, mainly because you're showing off a wicked scar in his opinion. It's a pretty cool scar. And as you got as this is going on, y'all were stuffing Frankie into the trash can to roll him out, correct?
Mm-hmm. I just told Zelda, get the garbage bag. We're gonna put the gentleman inside. Just unfurls it. We back him up. She pokes a little hole in it to make sure he can breathe. And yeah, they
How
just
nice
put
of
him in
her.
the trash bin. Yeah. Put him in a little trash bin, and Alistair just leaves the bathroom, just giving a stretch, which is like a signal to our friend Gaylord. And as they pass each other, Alistair just slips the wad of 20s into his pocket.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So then we just
Yo.
take Frankie out through the back then and load him up into the back of the vehicle, just toss him on top of the rest of the trash.
Yep.
Yeah. And you with it, and y'all were able to successfully sneak Frankie out of the diner without bloodshed, without causing a fight. I'm pretty sure that Gaylord would love to be in that fight, though, especially if he is able to get to a shotgun.
Honestly, it would have been a good learn. I think Alistair just sees it as a waste. What a waste! It would have been a good training exercise for Zelda.
Yeah, half the party was like, I want to have some combat. The other half was like, let's just not fight.
She's still rusty with her headshots.
Gaylord's real disappointed. They're like, this could have been a great story to sell to the papers.
Maybe another day, Gaylord. But you have successfully smuggled Frankie out of the diner. Are y'all just getting the heck out of Dodge before Sal realizes that y'all have just taken the bunny out of the diner? He was here for the bunny, and the bunny's gone now.
Well, I mean, I physically need to go. I'm driving the truck with me and Chat.
Yeah. Well, yes, you and Chad have gone.
I think Alistair just simply walks out the front exit since he has the pass with Zelda. He just turns over to the bull and he's like, "Thank you for your time. You've been very generous today. Here, on me." And he just gives him a cigarette.
And Dean, what are you doing?
It's a 1910 Sietta. It's a little rare.
Oh, wait, so did they get him out now?
Yes.
Yeah, he's out. He's safe.
Okay, so then that would mean, wait, would I have to roll to get out of the back, or can I just walk out?
You can just.
Oh, that's true.
Remy, what do you say about Rocco and Bruno blocking the doors further after the bunny's gone? Like they had no reason to be here.
I don't think they know that yet. They just think he's in the
Um,
background.
Yeah. Uh,
Well, I guess when they check the bathroom for him, that could be an opportunity for Gris to leave. Or do they know that Gris is protecting him, or he's associated with him?
they
They were
do
sitting
not.
at the table together.
Well, if they don't know his
They-
association, then he can just walk out.
Yeah.
You know, that seems safe.
It, especially considering Bruno appreciated that story. He tells Dean that he can, just go ahead and leave. But maybe come find him at the club for some more stories of his youth, because he became enraptured by Dean's storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rocco is just
It'd
making
be
sure
fine.
Remy is safe, but
It would be funny if you could just like, but he could become an ally somehow.
maybe you never know.
Yeah,
So
but
everybody, but with that, I mean, you all were able to just avoid
Walk out the
conflict,
diner.
which is
Yeah.
there wasn't any. Sal did not even know that y'all smuggled Frankie out. Like Rocco didn't say anything to him or Bruno. Like y'all just y'all came up with a plan and executed it so well. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it feels like this would be a good point to end the session.
All right.
Ah, darn.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, another reason is because the game master himself has to go to sleep because he has work in the morning at crack of dawn.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seems like a good reason to end.
We could
What's the
try to
next time
do
we can play?
Saturday, probably.
If we did Saturday, it'd have to be earlier, but I mean, we can do Saturdays.
I can do Saturday morning.
All right.
Not Saturday morning. I work in the morning, so it wouldn't be till the afternoon.
Oh, why'd you say early?
I had the same schedule 5 days a week, and it's Easter's time. It's 4 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Gotcha.
So-
What time Saturday do you want to do at your time?
We could do 2.
2 p.m. your time?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
And
sounds good.
I'm trying to find out about experience. Okay.
What's your time zone?
I'm in Eastern.
Oh, I'm also in Eastern, so 2 p.m. my time. Okay. All right, nice. Saturday, 2 p.m. That's like not far from now.
Yeah, I'm just off this weekend, so I thought about it because I won't be able to do the weekends after this week.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
And I said I won't be able to do the weekends after this week.
Gotcha. I guess we'll just discuss it after that session. Oh my god, Hugh was in chat. He was watching the stream.
Well, I appreciate you all being here today.
Mhm.
I know it was a little bit on the bumpy side. Some players got a little bit more like screen time in a way compared to others. I'm gonna work on fixing up
No, no,
the
it's
next
completely,
session.
no, it's completely fine. It's just my anxiety.
Yeah, that was another reason why I wanted to do a session 0 before this, so I can find out if there were any issues that I needed to be aware of. But I mean, it's all good. I'm not saying that having anxiety is a bad thing, Grissy. But for everyone that tuned into the live streams, appreciates it. I know everybody else does. This was rough. Little bit on the rush side at the end because we didn't have a lot of this stuff set up. This will also be on YouTube. I don't know if it'll be on all of our personal channels or just one, but I'm gonna edit it and make it look all pretty. I've got to add music to the background because that did come over on my recording. It's nice.
YouTube.
Yep. So YouTube is gonna be on here. They're gonna be getting to see this cool stuff. And I'm gonna stop the recording here.